Good afternoon, guys. How's everyone doing this glorious sunny Sunday afternoon? If it isn't sunny for you, I hope you're all having a good weekend, having a nice break from work. Welcome to my channel, guys. Joey Barnett TV. Thanks to all my new subscribers. Thanks to those that's been with me from day one of my journey. There's too many of you to mention, but you know exactly who you are. It's you guys that inspires me and eggs me on to push more content, and especially when I read all your positive comments underneath my videos and you give me directions and ideas of what content you want to hear next, which I really do appreciate, because behind the scenes I've got a bit of a busy schedule. I'm a family man, got a few hobbies on the go. I'm a full-on hands type of a guy. And yeah, I've got lots of bits and pieces to be getting on with, but thanks for giving me them comments, because as I say, you give me a little bit of direction. And today what I'm going to talk about is, let me just get this bit of paper put away. Today what I'm going to talk about is the sweat boxes. Now, them dreaded sweat boxes. God, how far back do they go? You know, memory lane or what? I want to talk about my time in a sweat box, on remand, looking at a life sentence. It was year 1999, and I was on remand in Belmarsh for ×7 armed robberies. Not 2 bob robberies neither, banks and post offices, and they had us bang to rights. They didn't ever get us coming out, or they didn't get us going in. They actually took a few months to get us, because they put a paid informer on us, and that's how they took us down. So we never got caught coming out of one or going in one. We got caught by a grass, and obviously the grass led them back to a lockup which I had and my boys had, and in that lockup was where we kept our bits and pieces. I'm not going to mention it on here too much, because of it's not all about glamorising crime. I'm just saying to you how I got taken down by a wrong 'un. So guys, yeah, I'm on remand, 1999. Let's say it was about July, because I actually remember getting arrested, and it was the 10th of July, because it was my birthday the very next day, on the 11th of July, and that day I'd run out of money and I had something to do, something to get on with. So my birthday didn't stop me from going across the pavement, and yes, bang, it was early hours in the morning after that move that our door come in, and we got arrested, got put in Wallet police station, got put into high down as category A prisoners, kept in there for 48 hours. And then they realised, high down had realised that they couldn't keep us in the segregation unit of high down, because they weren't keeping cat A's at the time. So yeah, we just went there as a quick drop off from Wallet Magistrates Court, and then from there went to Belmarsh. So I was on remand for 13 months in Belmarsh on House Block 4 as a category A. After I don't know, full stop. Sorry guys, brain freeze. Right, after going to court a few times as a category A for these armed robberies, for ×7 armed robberies, I jumped the dock, escaped from court, got arrested a short time later, and got taken back as an escapee and an A-man, and an E-man. So I was on the book as a category A, and I was an E-man as an escapee, and I had the yellow and green jumpsuit on, and that was when I met Yami on that sentence. So he remembers vividly me in my jumpsuit, because I was like a clown. You know, everywhere I went I stood out, and we did have some good times in Belmarsh, we really did. And when I look back on it now, you know, I often wonder and sit here and wonder to myself and go deep into thought and think to myself, how did I ever get through that sentence? Because, you know, getting a 12-year sentence is a big sentence, isn't it? You know, especially after the bird what I've done previously. You know, I'm probably talking 15, 18, 20 years what I've done before that, before I got that 12-year sentence. But yeah, running up to it, to the sentence, I was going to court, and I remember like coming through all my old areas, going through all my old plots in the Sweatbox, looking out of that little square window, thinking to myself, you know, am I ever going to see this street again? And the feelings what I had going through my mind at that time, I can now say was a feeling of numbness. I was completely and utterly numb, and I geared myself up that way over the years of going to jail, being institutionalised. I actually geared myself up to have a numbness about me because, well, I've got such a close-knit, loving family. You know, I had to stop my feelings and all my emotions completely, because if I didn't and I went in there as an emotional wreck, I probably wouldn't have made it out. You know, many people self-harm, many people commit suicide, and I had a long time ahead of me. So yeah, but I remember going to court, I really do, and going through all my local areas, Clapham, South, Vauxhall, you know, up Borough High Street to in the London Crown Court, and I can still picture them horrible thoughts and feelings in my mind. And sitting here today talking to you guys, this is why I'm so grateful. I might not have two pennies to rub together. I've got a settled way of life. I'm very content. I've got a lovely missus. I've got a lovely family. I've got everything else apart from a load of money. But you know, I'd rather be sitting here with all that rather than risk everything and ended up doing a life sentence. So yeah, guys, I took you back a little bit because I reckon there's quite a few people on my channel what now are thinking about them Sweatbox days. Do you remember the middle of the summer and we was left in them vans for hours upon hours upon hours of time? There was no toilets, there was no unlocking the door. You know, if you wanted to go a pony, that was it. You had to go, you know, you had to hold it. Quite a few times I pissed all over the floor, but it's just not, you know, you've got to get into that mindset of emptiness. You've got to be wearing a mask. You've got to have, you know, be completely switched on to that type of lifestyle to get through that lifestyle, because what I went through on that was on a different scale. It really was. And the things what I see on that, I can still see today, people taking their own lives. I see someone hang themselves. Well, I didn't see him hang themselves, but I see him hanging. You know, I see people self-harming. I'm not talking about going across their arm for sympathy. I'm talking about going up their arm, trying to kill themselves. I see people killing themselves, committing suicide, killing themselves. You know, I've attacked people myself. You know, I've committed a lot of injury on different people, and you know, I'm not proud of it in any shape or form. I actually regret that, inflicting pain on other people and putting scars on people what will never ever heal. You know, I've slashed people down the faces with like double razors on purpose, you know, from their ear right way down to their chin, you know, left them with their face actually in half in a pool of blood. It's not nice. I'm not glamorising this, but I'm just saying to you, you know. And I've also witnessed horrific violence too, you know, two people going at each other to the death and things like that. And you know, it plays dividend on my mind. It gives you PTSD, and I still lose sleep over it 20 years later. So, you know, and they say that crime pays. Come on, does crime really pay? Oh, you know, I am a very lucky person to be here telling you these tales, guys, because as I've said, I've lost many along the way. Many have lost the plot, they're never going to come back again. Many are doing life sentences, and I love sharing my stories with you guys to put awareness out there, and just to let everyone know that committing crime is taking drugs. You know, it has all got a very high price to pay, and you really don't want to go there. Choose life, choose freedom, you know, over committing crime and taking drugs and wasting your whole life in the system, because that's what it is. It's a complete and utter waste of life. You can't get none of them years back. Let's say I've done 22, 25 years in jail. all them wasted years, you know, quarter of a century. I would love to put that on the end of my life now, but I'll tell you something now, I ain't never going to get them 25 years back. That's why now I'm trying to live my life to the full, to enjoy every minute of it, because I'm 55, probably got another 10 years, 15 years, and it's curtains for me. Anyway, guys, I'll be back at you in a bit. I hope everyone's having a good weekend, and sorry for being a bit emotional with you, but, you know, that's how I am, guys. Have a good day. I love you all. Peace.